Hello everybody and welcome back to another one of those videos where I talk about updates on the Steam version of Dwarf Fortress coming from Toady1 and KitFox. We have a new KitFox newsletter. Of course, you can sign up to that with the link down in the description of the video if you want, with a GIF, a very fancy GIF. I really like this GIF. Let's dive in. So if you're wondering why this video is late, it's because of some miscommunications in the actual posting time of this, and I ended up streaming already by the time this went live, and I opted not to record the video live on my stream and instead just wait until afterwards. So here we are. So if it's a little bit late, I'm sorry. This is the GIF that we have. It's called Spiral Entrance. This is actually a very cool GIF because it shows something that up until now we haven't seen. So the thing that we've seen footage of the game, we've seen the game running, we've seen the game in movement, but what we haven't seen is actual visible constructed items and dwarves moving on lower Z levels than the one that the camera is actively looking at. So for those of you who don't know, if you don't play the vanilla game as it currently is, if you are looking at a higher Z level, you can't actually see the Z levels below. You also can't see things moving. You can see a shade of what is right beneath the current Z level you're on, giving you basic colorations, and if you move up higher, things just go blue, as in open space, similar to like draw distance in like a Silent Hill, if you will. Now, this not only shows a constructed item at the bottom, the trapdoor, but it also shows dwarves moving down that area to the bottom level. So you get to see your lovely little dwarves run in and then barrel down to the bottom. Looks like we've got a crafts dwarf, some sort of woods worker, and a few other dwarves, as well as a cat at the tail. And I just really like this GIF because it really is probably the best example of what the Steam version is going to look like in motion. Now, one of the first things I'm going to bring up, which I think you guys are going to bring up before I do, those ramps, they still look a little off to me. And I know that a lot of this stuff is a work in progress. And if you really want, you can go digging for my video about visual clarity and Dwarf Fortress, which I did a little while ago talking about these ramps. But I still find, especially like the corner ramps, they just look a little odd. Like it's a little hard to tell the perspective. Something else that somebody mentioned in chat today about this GIF in particular is they wish that it didn't fade to lighter color. They wish that it faded into darkness as it's going down into a pit. I don't know if I necessarily agree with this because I do think that kind of fading away like this kind of does the same effect without making the game just look black all the time, which is what you want stone to be, or in this case, kind of the gray that you see around on the outside of the stone. And so for me personally, I quite like the kind of lighter tint, but it's still just the ramps that bother me a little bit. I think that might be the first asset that I mod out with custom tile set pieces once the Steam version releases. Like I've said before, modding for this game is going to be quite easy, I would expect. So modding this tile set and making tweaks to the tile set probably won't be a big issue. So that, I think, might be one of the first changes I seek out personally. All that being said, I'm really curious about what you guys think of this GIF. I think it's fantastic, honestly. Like, I'm just going to throw that out there. Like, I genuinely think that this GIF is fantastic because this is the first time that we've seen this. And based on the last time I chatted with Tarn, this was one of the features that he needed to finish and get done before he was ready to start working on adventure mode, which is the main brunt of the stuff that we have left before the Steam version can be released. Of course, there's also Legends mode and Arena mode, but I think that those are kind of lesser beasts than Fortress and Adventure mode. So I'm really curious about what you guys think of the visual clarity of this image. Of course, this is showing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a 6th Z level, currently all the way up to the surface. I'm curious about what you guys think about the visual clarity of it. Personally, as somebody who plays a lot of Dwarf Fortress, this is super clear, very easy to decipher, and I will be super quick and easy and have no trouble telling what's on what layer. What I do have to say, though, is I'm a little bit worried about whether or not we'll be able to click on dwarves on lower levels, because the game will be mouse driven, but still have keyboard. If I see a cat 3 layers down, can I select it with the view key, or is it invisible to me from a higher level? Like, can I interact with something that is on a lower level from an upper level? That, I think, is my biggest question from this GIF. All of that being said, though, I think this looks fantastic, and I look forward to reading what you guys have to say in the comments. As always, I just want to say a real quick thank you to everybody who watches these videos. They really do kind of keep this YouTube channel going and are one of my main sources of traffic now to my streams because Twitch made a change recently, changing how hosts work, which is essentially nuking about half of my monthly view count, which is not fun or pleasant. So thank you very much, everybody who just, passively enjoys the stuff that I do from a distance, because it really means a lot to me, and you guys are helping me pay my bills, whether you're supporting me financially or not, just purely by watching these videos. If you see an ad or if you leave a comment, help with the algorithm, any of that stuff helps, because as a small creator, it's sometimes difficult to pay bills. And you guys have been very, very, very kind to me over the past few years. And thank you for being a fantastic community and letting me have the coolest job in the world. With all that being said, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.